So the Zimbabwe Tourism Authority, together with the tourism industry in Zimbabwe, took some time out to hang out with one of the fastest growing young men in South Africa. He's made it, everywhere. Forbes, he's got a lot of endorsements, but what is more important is that he's an African, he's black, and he's powerful, and he's ready to tell the African story. He's here in the Victoria Falls. This is Maps Mamponyane that I'm talking about, a very brilliant young man. My man, welcome to Zimbabwe.
Thank you very much, man.
Yeah, man, it's good to see you.
Yeah, man, good to see you.
Titambire. Maps,
Thank you.
You've been in the Vic Falls, you're about to go back. 20 hours in Zimbabwe,
yes,
to be precise. How was it?
20 hours in Zimbabwe, never enough, especially in Vic Falls. Everything about it is always spectacular. There's so much you can do. The people are incredible, and you just want to stay here for as long as possible. I had just heard, a few murmurings about the falls having dried up, but it's something that made me quite sad, and I thought it would be really it would be unfortunate if that was the case, and I had the opportunity to just quickly pop by for the weekend. It's a place I love coming to visit and to see what was happening and to get involved in some activities, and I got a whole lot more than I bargained for. I got to see the incredible investment and developments that are coming up in Vic Falls, plenty developments. I got to see a few different sites, namely places like Pioneer. There was a really great 5 to 6 star villa suite coming up by Dr. Nyameza, I think it is, and it was just amazing to see different places all popping up everywhere. People really investing, and you can see that there's so much potential, and even with the economy struggling a little bit in the country, that there's still so much belief and trust in the future of Zimbabwe. It's a place I'll definitely recommend. I'll be back more often, and for the future, with how much support it's getting and how much progression there is, I think everyone else must definitely look at it positively and see a great future in Zimbabwe.
Lots of young people doing big in Africa, and he's one of them. And I think Zimbabwe Tourism Authority and the tourism industry in Zimbabwe and in Victoria Falls in particular, I think we're doing the most. This man had a very busy schedule, but he had to come out to see us. Maps, about the Victoria Falls, that story of drying up.
Yeah.
I really want you to comment on this on record. What's your take of the whole situation?
There's nothing dry about it, that's for sure. I think, it's seasonal. It's the water's maybe slightly lower than usual, and that's the case wherever you'll go around the world. Rivers flow in different certain ways. There's a different environmental impact, but there's no doubt that throughout the next few days, few weeks, few months, it's just going to be the usual cycle, and it just happens to be that slight dip where it's not maybe in 10 or 12 cubic meters, but there's still water just flowing and powering down there, and it's still just as incredible to see as whenever you look at it. It may not be the height of the season in March when it's the absolute time to really witness it, but there's never a bad time to see it because it's always beautiful.
Fantastic. We didn't pay him to come here. He actually came on a holiday, but he's one of the good friends that we have as Zimbabwe. As young as we are, man, we gotta tell the African story.
Absolutely.
And you know what, man, we are really proud of what you're doing.
Thank you very much.
Representing Southern Africa the way you're doing, and thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
We really appreciate you, my man.
See you soon, man.
Take care.